Good morning, Black America. John Cooper. We're going to get started in probably about like 2 minutes at 10:30. Um, I just wanted to go ahead and get things set up so that we won't have any delays today. While we're waiting, if anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to definitely drop me a comment, okay? So the deal is today, we're just gonna basically have an open discussion. And if nobody has anything that they want to discuss, I actually have a couple topics that I'm going to go over really quick. I'm planning to one talk about this phenomenon known as Kodak and how that whole thing occurred. Also, I'm going to probably talk a little bit about Tesla and if we don't get to Tesla today, then I'll talk about it tomorrow on tomorrow's live. So we'll do it just like that. Okay, go. Pause. Okay. Good morning, Black America. I'm John Cooper. I'm a member of the Abakuas. And today, I'm just wanted to give an opportunity for those in Facebook land, other Black Americans such as myself, the opportunity to be able to ask any questions they may have about the stock market, any questions they may have about investing. Also, I want to take the opportunity to talk about some things that have happened recently that were great opportunities to increase your personal wealth if you had taken advantage of them. And one of those things is, one of them is Kodak. Recently, I'm not for sure if you guys are aware of it, but recently, Kodak, they've traditionally been a camera, film maker. They also dabbled in a few other things. They were just, I guess because the camera industry was dying, they started kind of diversifying into other things, but they weren't excellent at any of them. Well, recently, Kodak received a grant from the federal government to basically reinvent themselves as a pharmaceutical company. Because of that, Kodak's stock went from $3 to about $43. And when you have an opportunity to purchase a stock at $3, we can do some simple math. If the stock was going for $3 and let's say that you had 300 bucks and you purchased that stock, that would mean that you would have 100 shares of that stock. And then if you sold that same stock for $43, now you just turned $300 into $4,300. So that is the amazing power of the stock market. It's something that simple. And when you really look at the numbers, let's say that you spent $3,000 on that stock. And then you take that same principle and add it to, you took $3,000 and turned it into $43,000. So it's ability to definitely compound your money by a very large amount. And that's just one example. Um, these things are happening every day in the stock market. And for those people who don't realize that this stuff is happening every day, who don't, haven't had the opportunity to, um, like I said, everything that I've learned about the stock market for the most part, I've learned through the Abacus. The Abacus is an all-black organization that was started by James Tompkins. He started this a few years ago, and with this specific goal in mind to help the black community elevate as a whole. It is profound in that there's no ulterior motive. He made the Abacus decentralized so that not only can the wealth spread throughout the black community, but to incentivize other Abacus members to spread this knowledge to their brothers and sisters to the left and the right. And because there's such an abundant amount of wealth in the stock market, and it's an infinite resource in that, the other things that the black community has traditionally invested in has been, real estate. But there's a finite amount of real estate available in any given city. Let's say my city, Memphis. If me and 10 other Abacus members decided to get into real estate investing, at some point, we're going to be competing for that same piece of real estate. However, in the Abacus, we're dealing with the stock market. So there is, I can look to the left and to the right of me, and I can say to my brother and my sister, like, look, this Kodak stock is about to pop. Go ahead and drop a couple $1,000s on it. And just because they dropped a couple $1,000s on it, it's not going to affect the 1,000 that I dropped on it. And, so on. So we could basically share that information with 25 other peoples within my city, within Memphis, and it's not going to adversely affect my ability to make money. Whereas in real estate, when you start competing with one another, it's going to cause issues. But we can freely share information. And we do this within the Abacus. We share information with one another. We have this thing called the Daily Market Report. The Daily Market Report, it is a vehicle or tool that was created by the Abacus founder that provides daily stock tips. And those daily stock tips provide a source of daily revenue for us. We utilize stock options to create money every day, Monday through Friday, I would say. And many times by Tuesday or Wednesday, you've already met your goals for the week, so you may not even trade Thursday and Friday unless you just really, really want to. It's definitely something that I recommend to everybody that I know. How you doing, Brandon Johnson, Brother Burgess? Who else we got on her? Lamaj and Sunny Days. How y'all doing today? I would love it if you guys would post some questions or anything that you want to talk about on this post, if you could. I really want to have some audience feedback, so definitely post some questions that you may have. So anyway, so the Abacus is, well, another thing that I wanted to say is there's over 30 people that are in the Abacus here in Memphis, Tennessee. And, I really want to just give a shout out to all the people that are on the team Memphis 100. You guys inspire me every day. I'm always trying to learn something new. I'm always trying to learn new things so that I can be knowledgeable so that I can help the other people that are in the city of Memphis, or even other brothers and sisters that are within the Abakuas. Because the more knowledge that I have, the more knowledge I can squeeze from the Abakuas founder. Like every class that he puts on, 9 times out of 10, I'm taking it because like he's such a huge source of knowledge. So I try to everything that he does, I try to be a part of it. And I feel like we're very fortunate to have the opportunity to get this knowledge from him. He has a new class that he's going to be putting on really soon. I'm super excited about it. I just signed up for it yesterday. And right now, I just finished up his class called the Daily Market Report. This class teaches Abakuas members like myself how to look at the pre-market data, the data from the day before, and historical data for these companies, and be able to predict how the market is going to move for that day with a certain degree of certainty, and it's pretty amazing the way that he sets up everything, the resources that he provides to you, and just the techniques for researching that I gained from this class are really, really amazing. So I'm thankful. Also, this class is within my circle here in Memphis. Other people that are trading in the stock market. One of my goals, is to definitely see 100 people from Memphis. So this is a new goal that I sat down this weekend and came up with a couple of other Abakuas brothers here in Memphis. So we set a new goal that by December of 2021, we're going to try to get at least 100 people to walk away from their jobs, 100 people to have financial freedom, 100 people that no longer will have to beg other races for a job, and 100 Black people that can live a leisure life, and be able to, I don't know, whatever your thing is. My thing is I love to travel, so I'm always trying to go somewhere. As a matter of fact, I recently booked a trip to Palm Springs. I booked a trip to Hawaii. I'm supposed to be going to Vegas as well. So I'm always moving about the country. I just came back from Arizona, and before that I was in Destin. I was in Houston. I'm just moving around a lot because that's what I enjoy doing. And it's probably because I was in the military. Yes. This program definitely establishes financial freedom where you could just walk away from a 9 to 5. That is the primary focus of this. The Abakuas founder definitely wants you to set up what's considered generational wealth. So you're creating something so that you can pass down to the next generation. And unfortunately, within the Black community, many of us don't set up the next generation for success. The Abakuas founder is all about this life. He wants you to set up the next generation, and if you can, set up the generation after that. So at least the next 2 generations of your family, they're going to be straight, even if they, never do anything, they'll be straight for at least 2 generations. So my focus here locally in Memphis, I'm fortunate that the city of Memphis has an extremely low cost of living. So because the cost of living is so low here, it doesn't take a lot for you to live a wonderful lifestyle. You can, it doesn't take a lot. I'll just say that. You can purchase a really nice home for anywhere from $250,000 to $350,000, which is extremely low compared to the rest of the nation. The cost of living, goods and services around Memphis is extremely low as well. So I feel like I feel really fortunate, and I feel like this goal that I set of 100 people is very attainable because you only have to get to a certain level, help people get to a certain level in order for them to be able to walk away from their 9 to 5. So the the focus of the Abakuas is all about learning how to learn the financial landscapes around the stock market. Once you learn the financial landscape around the stock market, then it goes into teaching you how to choose great companies, how to, let's say, an example from the Fortune 500 companies or the S&P 500, we're going to choose Apple. It'll teach you how to take that Apple, look through their metrics, and decide if this is a company that you want to invest in for long term. Once you learn how to do this research on companies, you become more and more proficient at it. You're going to be amazing as a trader, and you're going to be able to pick companies that you think will be around in 100 years from now. If you choose those companies that are going to be around for 100 years from now, or that you think will be around for 100 years from now. So in my case, I set up what's called a circle of 20. Every Abakuas member sets up a circle of 20. The circle of 20 is 20 stocks that you're going to invest in for the remainder of your life. One of my stocks is actually Apple. I have a good amount of shares of Apple, but I'm going to continue to buy Apple throughout my lifetime. A percentage of everything that I make each month, I buy some shares of Apple. These stocks I don't really consider them an investment in myself. I consider them an investment in the next generation. But don't get it, don't think of it as totally for the next generation, because at some point in your life, you may be at the point where you don't want to work, or you're unable to work. The dividends that you get from these companies, which they pay out quarterly or every 3 months, you will be able to use those dividends as a source of revenue as well. So in your twilight years, you'll be able to have a source of income that will help you. Not to mention the other investments that you will accumulate throughout the years. So that's one thing. I'm definitely going to be passing those down to my offspring. And that's the circle of 20 is an important part of the Abakuas. Another thing that we utilize for our what I consider our daily income or weekly income, we utilize stock options. Stock options are stock derivatives, and they're a way for you to create a daily income stream. And it's a pretty short class that you take from the Abakuas, and it teaches you the concepts. The Abakuas founder always recommends that when you initially start out doing stock options, that you only do $20 contracts, just so that you can build your trading style, just so that you can have lower risk, and you can protect your capital. One thing about trading is you always want to make sure that you protect your capital, or the money that you're going to be investing, while at the same time making sure that you reach your daily and weekly goals when it comes to being profitable. Many times I've been able to reach my weekly goals by Tuesday or Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday, I'll either take them off, I'll go travel somewhere, or I'll use one of my side brokerages account if I would decide that I want to trade. But I have a specific account that's for my weekly compounding, monthly compounding, whatever you want to call it. And in that account, I do not go past my weekly, daily goals, because I have to protect my capital that's in that account. Okay, so capital. Capital is the money that you set up. Let's say that when I started out, let's say my capital was $2,000. And my goal each day, or let's say my goal each day was to add $50 Monday through Friday. So for a week, my goal was to make $250. And so I added that. And then I built that account up from $2,000 to $5,000. Once I got to $5,000, I changed my weekly goal my daily goal to $100. Boom, I started adding the dollars. Now I'm making $500 a week. and you just continue to build like that. Well, that's what I do. Everybody has their own trading style, but when I say protect your capital or your money that you're investing at any given any given time, I don't recommend that. I recommend that when you're trading, you never risk more than trade more than 25% of your account, um, and that is just to protect your capital. Um, Anybody else have any questions? Um, I appreciate that question that you just asked, Mr. Simmons. Um, let me see what else. Okay, so let's talk about the Abakuas training. The Abakuas core knowledge. It is a series of videos. These videos are like YouTube videos. They're pretty short. They're on average about 15 minutes. Some are less, but no more than 15 minutes. And the reason is because the Abakuas founder wanted these videos to be small, bite-sized pieces of knowledge that you can, definitely you're going to have to take notes though, because at the end of each, there's 5 phases. At the end of each phase, you're going to have to take a quiz. And those quizzes, you want to try to make 90% or above. If you make 90% above, usually the Abakuas founder will reach out to you and work with you personally one-on-one. So that's always an incentive. What else? So like I said, you go through the videos. I want to say in phase 1 of the Abakuas, phase 1 is about 20 to 25 videos. And like I said, they're 15 minutes. Easily you could do a video on your lunch break and still have time to eat, or you can do it, watch it while you're eating. Just make sure that you're able to take notes. You'll be great. And if you do that every day, then you can pretty easily breeze through this knowledge. Some people do, this is self-paced. So some people go as fast as doing theirs in a month. Some people have taken 2 years. It's all about what you have going on in your life. What else? Yeah, so I'm looking at questions. I'm looking at questions right now. So somebody just asked, the Abakuas founder has just did a price change on the cost of the courses. The cost of the courses is now $5.99 for the Abakuas core, which includes all 5 phases. If you want the Abakuas core plus the options, it's $9.99. And so that's the current pricing for the Abakuas. Previously, it was set up to where it was $250 per phase, but he wanted to streamline it and make it a lot simpler, which I definitely appreciate. Excuse me. Okay. So that's the question, the answer to that question. I'll definitely provide some information at the bottom of this video when I end it, so that anybody will be able to reach out to me. So again, this stock market stuff is definitely not as difficult as I thought it was. It's the Abakuas founder has a unique way of breaking this information down to a elementary level, so that anybody can be able to understand it. As a matter of fact, we have 10 and 12-year-olds in the Abakuas who are doing this every day. There's one 12-year-old in the Abakuas who he tours the country now, making a living talking to business leaders about the stock market, using the knowledge that he got from the Abakuas. So don't think that you're, the Abakuas founder made it this way so that parents and their children can learn it all at the same time. As a matter of fact, I just had a family in Memphis. One of the guys that I served in the military with, he reached out to me because his wife and his daughter had an interest in learning about the stock market. So I was able to, him and his daughter are both traders now. They're both in the Abakuas, and their mom and the daughter are doing very well. I would say the daughter is a lot more active than the mom, in that the daughter trades every day, and she's definitely doing really well. And so, here in Memphis, I just really wish that I really want that more Black people to be able to elevate themselves to a new level, financially, just so that the more Black people that have wealth in Memphis, it's going to change the dynamics of our city. It's going to allow Black people to. Right now, we have such a small portion of the wealth in Memphis, versus being over 67% Black, and us having like 15% of the wealth. That just doesn't even out. So I just want to do something to change that. How you doing, Angela? And Deborah, how are you? And I'm just one guy, and I just want to make a small difference in the country, or make one small difference in the Black community. Does anybody else have any questions? Because I'm getting close to the end of my time. So, once again, I'm John Cooper. I'm a member of the Abakuas Group. We're an all-Black organization. We help Black families learn about the stock market and help them build Black generational wealth. We do this by teaching Black families about the stock market, how to create long-term generational wealth, using investing in Fortune 500 companies, as well as we invest in what's called IPOs, or initial public offerings. These are new companies that are coming to market. We invest in them early, and as their value grows, so does your wealth or your investment in them. Also, we take advantage of things like Apple just did what's called a 4-for-1 split, where their stock split. Well, it's going to happen on I think it's the 24th to 27th, where they're going to do a 4-for-1 split. So every share of Apple that you have, let's say I have 100 shares, those 100 shares will now be 400 shares of Apple. This is going to happen, I think, August 24th, 27th, whatever. And so, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. So it's an amazing world, dealing with this stock market stuff, and it's very interesting to learn about it. And I definitely encourage anybody who has children, and you definitely want to put your children in a place where they don't have to work for anybody. They can if they want to, but they don't have to. They don't have to beg anybody for a job. My parents were all about education. They said, "Oh, son, go to school." I chose to go to the military instead. I did, still got my degree and stuff, but I always wanted more. I always wanted to live at a different level. I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it, because definitely, so I was definitely not, my basketball game was trash, so my jump shot was not good enough to go to the NBA. Definitely not an entertainer, because I can't sing. So, it was limited on what I was going to do as far as getting to the level that I wanted to be on. What's going on, Hugo? Because I have a specific level that I want to live at, and that's what I'm building towards. And the stock market allows you to build yourself and your family up to that level. I am very fortunate in that I now have a sister that's in the Abakuas, and I have a brother that's in the Abakuas, and they're both. I'm just very happy about that. I have three sisters and I have two brothers, so that makes three boys and three girls that my parents had, and it's amazing that three of us are in the Abakuas and are dedicated enough to our family that we want to build generational wealth. Um, so, anybody else have any questions? Because I think I'm about to end this live. All right, going once, going twice. Okay, so I'm gonna leave some information at the bottom of this live. In case you guys want to reach out to me, definitely you can reach out to me on Messenger. I'm always available. Yeah, so I'll be back on here tomorrow around the same time, and we're going to talk about Tesla and what steps you could have taken to make money with Tesla and how much your investment could have grown. How you doing, Miss Silas? I'm actually about to end my Facebook Live, so I know you just got on, but we're just talking about the stock market and the Abakuas group that I'm a member of that focuses on helping Black people build generational wealth utilizing the stock market. So, unfortunately, I'm going to talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Hey, what's up? All right, bye-bye. Y'all have a great day.